Hey y'all, it's another Getting Real with Ashleydawn. You already know I'm Ashleydawn, and I want to get real with you. So, I want to talk to you about friendships and boats. Friendships and boats, okay? And you may be saying, Ashleydawn, what are you talking about? Like, what do you mean friendships and boats? Well, I want to talk to you because I have lots of friends. I use that, my little quotations, because they call me a friend when they want me to do something for them, whether it's to help them move, to paint their house, to come to their baby shower, to go to their birthday party, to go to their kids' birthday parties, to go to an event that they're doing, whatever. If it's something for them, I'm their friend. But if it's something for me, that term kind of gets lost in translation. So, recently, I have just been really taking stock and really looking at my friends and my friendships and which ones are equal and which ones are one-sided. And unfortunately, a lot of my friendships are one-sided, and that's fine. But I've just realized, you only have so many hours in a day, and you only have so much energy, right, in those hours. I'm not going to spend my energy and my hours from my day pouring into somebody that doesn't appreciate it and that doesn't reciprocate it. Yes, I'm going to be nice. Yes, I'm going to be loving, but I'm going to understand the value of my time and the value of my effort, and I'm not just going to give that to everybody, especially if they're not giving any kind of anything to me. So, I want to talk to you about boats. And you're like, Ashleydawn, you're kind of all over the place. Like, you went from talking about friends and, friends being there and friends not being there, and now you're talking about boats. Yes. Have you ever gotten a phone call, somebody's moving and they need help to move? Sure, your friends move and you're the first person, especially if you have a truck or an SUV that the back seat goes down, right? You're the first person they call. Hey, can you help pick this up? I bought something at a store and I can't put it in my little car. Can you help move it? Sure, great. Can you help paint? I got a new house. Maybe I got some landscaping that needs to be done. Can you help me? Sure. I've got a kid. I want to go out on a date night. Can you babysit my kid? Sure. For a fee. Homegirl don't do nothing for free anymore. Because I got burned with that too. But you just are always called when somebody needs something. But when somebody buys a new boat, are they calling you and saying, hey, Ashleydawn, you want to come out on my boat? Hey, you want to have a boat day? Hey, do you want to go ride my new jet ski? Hey, do you want to go, water tubing? Hey, do you want to go stay at my new vacation rental? Hey, do you want to come do this? How often do we not get those kind of calls? I have a lot of friends on my timeline. You may have a boat. You may be listening to this right now, and you've never invited me out on your boat, but you've invited me to your baby shower. You've invited me to your wedding. You've invited me to your housewarming party. You've invited me to your work event. You've invited me to X, Y, and Z. And granted, I'm not complaining about being invited, because I've been uninvited and I've been left out a lot, and it hurts because I take that stuff personally, and I'm working on not. But I do take that stuff personally because I want everybody to be invited. That's why I have a week-long birthday celebration. That way, everyone can come to something if they want. And everyone is invited, always. I never exclude anybody. But, my little dream house is still for sale. Which is shocking because houses are getting bought up like that. But I always invite everybody. So I'm not complaining about being invited. I'm just saying, how often do you get a call or an invitation to go out on a boat? In the last 2 years, I've went out on 2 boats. And both of those boats are captained by awesome guys that just happen to be my friends and just happen to be there for me when I need them. One, his name's Brett, and we've done all kinds of stuff. We went to Cowboys games together. We went to barbecues together. We went to I went over to his house for dinner. I went over to his buddy's house for dinner. We've played football in the yard. It's a friend, right? Friends invite you to things because they want to spend time with you. We went out on the boat. We had a great time. Did he ask me for gas money? No. Did he ask me to bring food? No, but I did, because that's generous and that's nice. My other friend, Tommy, invited me out on his boat. Super nice, chill guy. He's also invited me out to do other things too. It's not just, to help him move, which he has a truck. He doesn't really need me to help him move, and he's a guy. But you get my point. How many people do you know with a boat? How many people have invited you to go on that boat? How many people do you know with a vacation house? Maybe they have a lake house. How many times have they invited you to that lake house? How many friends do you know that have maybe a piece of property with horses? How many of those friends have invited you to go horseback riding? How many friends do you know that maybe have a gun range in their backyard? How many friends have invited you to go shooting in that gun range? My point is this: if you're going to invite people to come to parties to buy you gifts, you also need to invite them to things that don't cost money and don't require them bringing you a gift. Friendships go both ways. And I used to be, prior to COVID, the type of friend that would bend over backwards and would just constantly be pouring out and constantly doing and going to every single party and going to every single baby shower and going to every single wedding and going to this and going to this and going to this. 2 reasons. One, I wanted all my friends to know that they are seen, celebrated, and loved, obviously. And I wanted to make them happy. And I knew that if I went and I gave them a really nice gift, it would make them happy. But COVID happened. And then I started really evaluating who called me, who invited me to do something, who checked on me, who was there for me. And I realized that a lot of the friendships I had, if I stopped calling them, they wouldn't call me. If I stopped inviting them places, they wouldn't invite me places. And I started realizing, okay, how many of these people are just friends with me because it's convenient for them to be? Maybe because they get perks, right? I worked for a radio station. I used to get free backstage passes and front row seat tickets and all kinds of stuff. And you wouldn't believe how many friends I had and how many people were always calling me and were always, hey, Ashleydawn, are you going to this concert? Hey, Ashleydawn, are you going to this? Then when I worked at the tattoo shop, all these people, hey, Ashleydawn, can you get me a hookup on a tattoo or a body piercing? Or can you get me a hookup on a new piece of body jewelry or some art? Or even with my dad, how many people would be like, hey, can your dad draw this for me? Hey, can your dad draw that for me? Or with me, I do calligraphy. Hey, can you do calligraphy on my wedding invitations for free? Hey, can you do calligraphy on this? Or my photography? Hey, can you do these pictures for my wedding? Or can you do these pictures for graduation? Or can you do these pictures for free? And it's like free. Always asking me to do something. And I started realizing, they always want me to do something for them, but they don't ever do anything for me. That's one-sided, okay? If I went to the bank and I was always withdrawing money from the bank, my account would be in a negative. And that bank probably would either close my account or give me a really big fine so that I learned my lesson so that I didn't do that in the future. Why aren't we doing that with friendships? Why aren't we sending an invoice to our friendships saying, hey, I need you to be a better friend. I call you all the time. Can you just call me a couple times? I invite you over to my house all the time. Can I go over to your house? I invite you, on my boat all the time. Can I go on your boat? Like, it's supposed to be an ebb and flow. It's supposed to be a give and take. I'm supposed to help you and you're supposed to help me. It's not supposed to be one-sided. But how often are friendships one-sided and we can get so hurt and we can take things personally? How often do our relationships in the church or in a church become one-sided? Hey, can you volunteer for this? Hey, can you volunteer for this? Hey, can you volunteer for this? And we're constantly volunteering, but that church isn't really doing anything for us. They know we're going through some debt. They're not helping us with our debt. They want us to work for free all the time. hey, can you write on, these Bibles, or hey, can you write on these envelopes, or hey, can you do this project? Hey, can you do face painting? Somebody finds out you're an artist. Guess what? Every time there's anything at the church, you're going to be the one they go to face paint. You're going to be the one they go to when they find out you have good penmanship to put calligraphy on something or to write something. And that's fine and dandy. But if you're always getting asked to help and nobody's ever trying to help you, it makes you feel used. It makes you feel like you don't matter. It makes you feel like they don't really care about you for you. They just care about what you can do for them. Maybe I'm just talking to myself. Maybe I'm just talking about myself. And if you're watching this and you're like, hey, I've asked you to do those things. Well, don't take it personal, but it's hurtful. I have felt used by the church, by several churches, because I've gone to several, so many stinking times. And it's not a good feeling. Feeling like all you're good for is to lead Bible studies, or all you're good for is to speak, or all you're good for is to take care of babies. For me, when somebody finds out how good I am with kids, generally they stick me with kids for every event. They stick me, and I love kids, but I'm just saying, you get to feel used. You get to feel like they don't really care about you when you don't have a voice, when they don't ask you what you like. They just assume, and they just say, oh, yep, you're going to watch the kids. Oh, yep, you're going to do this. And it's like, did you ask me? No, you didn't. I don't know about you, but I don't want to feel used. And I don't want the people in my life to feel like I'm using them either. Let's take, for instance, the boat situation. I don't ask my friends to take me out on the boat. Why? Because I know people in their lives are using them for their boat. And are like, hey, can you take me out on the boat? Hey, can you take me out on the boat? Hey, can you take me out on the boat? People don't want to be used for what they have, right? People with trucks don't want to be used as a free moving service. They don't. I don't have a truck. I used to, but I do have an SUV, and I don't want to be used as a free moving service. I'm a good painter. I don't want to be used for a free painting service. I have good penmanship. I don't want to be used for a free calligraphy service. I'm good with kids. I don't want to be used for a free babysitting service. I don't want to be used, and chances are you don't either. So here's what you do. Treat others the way you want them to treat you. If you don't want to be used, don't use other people. If you don't like when people only invite you to things because they think you're going to give them a gift, don't invite them to things where it's all about the gift. We need to do better about actually being a community and being in each other's lives and caring. When's the last time you went to the doctor and somebody asked you if you needed somebody to go with you? Or when somebody just invited you over to watch TV, something simple, or maybe said, I want to make dinner for you. Can I make dinner for you at my house? Or let's make dinner together. Let's stop looking at what others can do for us, and let's look at what we can do for them. And let's be mutual in that, right? Ask not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country. Like, let's do that with friendships. Not, hey, what does my friend have to offer me? Instead, what do I have to offer my friend? How can I be a blessing to my friend? How can I lift the burdens of my friend? My friend Carolina is exceptional at doing that. My friend Abby is exceptional at doing that. My friend Connie is exceptional at doing that. Constantly, hey, how can I help you? How can I encourage you? Let's be friends that look at what we can do for our friends, but that understand that sometimes our friends, they need to hear a no from us. Not because we don't love them, but because we love ourselves and we respect ourselves, and we're not going to be taken advantage of. Do you know how many times I've been taken advantage of by people that I considered friends? And honestly, that's what hurts the most. Because it doesn't hurt when a stranger takes you for granted or tries to take advantage of you, because it's a stranger. What hurts is when it's somebody that's close to you, when it's somebody that you love, when it's somebody that you know, when it's somebody that you expect to care more than they're showing you that they care. That's when it hurts the most. So, my encouragement in this video is, one, have boundaries for yourself. Don't let people take advantage of you and walk all over you. And two, love the people in your life and be a blessing to them as much as they're a blessing to you. Don't constantly look at what they can give you, but think about what you can give them. If you have a boat, I dare you to invite somebody on your boat that you never have invited before. If you have a vacation house, I dare you to invite somebody to that vacation house. You don't know what a blessing you could be for somebody. My friend Connie, I love her. Connie, I love you. She always says, if I have something, I'm giving it away. Not that she gives away everything she has, but if she's eating dinner, she wants to make sure that the people she loves get to eat dinner too. If she, is doing something nice, she wants to make sure that the people she loves gets to do nice things too. Look at ways to be a blessing to somebody. And then realize that if somebody in your life is not blessing you, maybe they're just sucking you dry, right? One of the pastors, I forget who said it. I don't know if it was Joyce Meyer or Beth Moore, but they said energy vampires or joy vampires, right? They just suck all the energy out of you. They suck all the joy out of you. Let's not be people like that. Let's not look at others and be like, what can we get from them? I'm having a party and I know they give good gifts. I'm going to invite them to my party so that I get a good gift out of this. I'm going to invite them here so that I get something out of it. Let's not be people like that. And if we have, let's repent. Let's ask God to change our heart and forgive us for acting a fool and acting a mess. And let's be better friends. Let's have better friends and let's be better friends. And if you have friends in your life that maybe have proven that they're not good friends, don't spend time with them. If somebody shows you who they are, and I don't know if this is a Mandy Hill quote or not, because she wrote it in her latest book, Don't Believe the Swipe, but it said, if somebody tells you who they are, believe them. If they show you who they are, believe them, right? If somebody has shown you that they don't care about you, believe them. If their actions have proven that they take no regard for your feelings and no concern for your friendship, maybe invest in somebody that does. You only get so much time in a day. You only get so much energy in a day. Don't spend that energy and don't spend that time on people that don't appreciate it. Seriously. And you're like, Ashleydawn, but you're always telling us to be kind and you're always telling us to, go the extra mile. Yeah, you can go the extra mile. But at one point, it stops being an extra mile and you start being abused and taken advantage of. I don't want anyone that I love to be taken advantage of. I don't want anyone I love to be used by anybody for anything. So that's my encouragement to you. You are seen, you are celebrated, you are loved, and you deserve to have good friends. You do. God wants you to have good friends. So my prayer is that your real friends, you're able to see who's your real friend and who's not. And the people that aren't your real friends, the people that don't have your back, the people that aren't there for you, my prayer is that God removes them and He puts other people in your life that will love you like He does. I love you, but more importantly, God loves you. And when I say I love you, I'm not just saying that there's different kinds of love, right? There's an erotic love for husbands and wives. There's a philos love. There's an agape love. There's phileo, philos, eros. and agape. I agape love you. I love you with a brotherly love from Jesus. It's a different love than like saying you're in love with somebody or you love your husband or you love your wife. I love you like my brother. I love you like my sister. And my prayer is that my videos encourage you and inspire you and show you how loved and how special you are. You are loved and you are worthy of love. You are worthy of brotherly love and sisterly love and friends that are there for you. I just went to lunch with one of my friends, Ryan, and it was so refreshing to just talk to a friend. And to, we grew up together, and so we were just talking about church and youth groups and different things. And it's so nice to just be able to talk, right? To talk to a friend. Maybe call up some of your friends that you haven't talked to in a while and ask them how they're doing. I know life gets busy and we get busy, and sometimes we forget to call people. And it's not on purpose. We're not being malicious or vindictive. Sometimes we just get busy. But take some time and call the people you love, because they might not know that you love them. They might not know that you care about them. I know I have a lot of friends that in my head I think they don't care. But maybe they do care and they just don't know how to show it. Or maybe they do care and they're just busy. So let's try to be less busy, and let's try to be more intentional with our time and with our friendship. I love y'all, and I'll catch you in the next one.